Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. Today is Friday. It's the 20th day of May. It is International Red Sneakers Day. I used to have some red sneakers, and I loved them. Haven't had those in a long time. National Be a Millionaire Day. I've never been a millionaire. National Pick Strawberries Day. National Quiche Lorraine Day. National Rescue Dog Day. I know people with rescue dogs. National Streaming Day. NASCAR Day. National Bike to Work Day. National Pizza Party Day. National Defense Transportation Day. And National Endangered Species Day.
All kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot going on today. Now, here's the thing. I scheduled this interview, and originally we were going to do this on May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Okay.
Because Greg Grunberg has been in Star Wars. He's also been in Star Trek, by the way, which is kind of cool because, he's in both. Okay. But he's in a bunch of stuff. And the thing we're going to talk about today is called the Caregiver His son has epilepsy. It's something that's near and dear to him.
Oh.
And he's doing this on his own, and you can watch it for free on YouTube. It's such a cool thing. I'm so excited to visit with Greg coming up.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. About half of us have been left red-faced on a date while forgetting the other person's name or spilling a drink or bumping into an ex. But the most cringeworthy moments, a poll of adults found 42% even feel the disasters will always haunt them throughout their lives. They think that these things are so bad that it's going to bother them forever.
Okay.
Research commissioned by Extra Chewing Gum found 44% prefer to laugh it off if they have an embarrassing moment. 3/4 felt it wasn't funny at the time, but they admitted they can look back and laugh about it now.
Well, that's the only way to live. There's no sense in dwelling on it.
You ever have anything really embarrassing happen on a first date?
Not so much a date-related thing, no. I have embarrassed myself many, many, many times.
I've been there for a lot of those. I remember our first date. There's nothing embarrassing about it. If anybody at another booth might have been embarrassed just to listen to us. So it was like a job interview, and it was just like, okay, I'm not going to deal with this or this or this. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing this and this and this. And we're like, okay. And we're like, shake hands.
Can you make this work?
Eat a plate of nachos and get married.
That's pretty much the way it went down.
All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know scientists say red chili peppers could be the secret ingredient for beating all forms of cancer? Yeah. Researchers at Marshall University say that capsaicin, is that what you call that? It's something that's in the peppers. A substance that gives chili peppers their hot and spicy taste. Capsaicin. Capsaicin.
Okay.
I don't know how you say it. Anyway, they say can also help keep multiple forms of cancer from growing. The biggest hurdle scientists have to overcome, however, is finding the best way of delivering this to patients.
So just eating the peppers isn't enough, apparently.
I don't know. I don't know if rubbing the peppers all over yourself. That sounds.
Let's not try that.
That sounds like a bad plan.
That's a little weird.
Squirting it in your eyes? No, don't do that. I don't know, but they're working on it. So we don't know everything, but we know this.
That's pretty cool.
Well, we don't know much about this, but we know a little bit about this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Andy Dick is in custody after the trailer he's been living in was surrounded by police. Placed him in handcuffs last week and hauled him away. The whole thing was broadcast live. He was arrested, according to this, for felony sexual battery after an adult male claimed the comedian sexually assaulted him at this RV park. It was broadcast on Captain Content's RV live stream.
Captain Content?
Apparently, yeah. A group of live streamers have apparently been living at the site for some time. Onlookers in the courtroom for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have gone to great lengths for front row seats. Some fans said that they've camped out in cars. Courthouse has some have spent big bucks on travel to get there. Eager enthusiasts reveal they arrive in the wee hours of the morning, have to get a wristband to grant access into the courtroom. Would you want to go in and do this? Some of these people are paying $600 to $700 each way just to get there.
Oh, I thought you meant for a seat. I was like,
No.
who's getting this money?
No. I just don't understand that. Somebody said they spent over $10,000 to get there from England. Oh, the most expensive, somebody said over $30,000. But they're making this part of their vacation. You guys need to get a life.
Yeah,
Big
for
screen,
sure.
little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now, your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Sure, he's busy with his Twitter purchase and receiving death threats from Russia and all those other things, but you might recall Elon Musk unveiled a thing called Neuralink back in 2016, a startup developing a wireless chip that could allow humans to control a computer with their mind. He described it as a Fitbit for your skull back in 2016.
Yeah, no thanks.
A demonstration showed a monkey with the implant playing Pong with his brain.
No, thank you.
That was in 2016. There must be a practical use, right? Well, in a recent interview, Musk said Neuralink has the potential to help people with Parkinson's and other brain injuries. This particular brain injury, Parkinson's, is a brain injury, a spinal injury. Oh, I'm sorry. So if they could be people with Parkinson's with a brain injury, spinal injury, morbidly obese, or other health conditions where they're having troubles doing things. And Twitter users asked if there's a hope for this curing tinnitus. Musk said definitely. Might be less than 5 years away. By the way, the chip also makes it possible for users to stream music directly into their brain. Which is, as soon as they get it all worked out, we're going to make sure we can get the John and Heidi show implanted directly into your brain. Okay, we probably...
That's not going to happen.
We probably won't be doing that. In other news, there's products that maybe you weren't even aware still existed. Apple announced that they're going to discontinue the iPod Touch. Did you know they even still did that?
I'm not even 100% sure what the iPod Touch is.
It was like, the iPod was like the first, I don't know if it was the first MP3 player, but have you ever heard of podcasting? It's called that because of the iPod. They would listen to those on iPods back in the day.
Okay.
Well, now people do anything that you did with an iPod, you can do with a phone now, so you don't really need that. The only remaining model of the portable MP3 player is the iPod Touch. It changed the way people consume music after being introduced in 2001, so 21 years ago. The original 6.5-ounce iPod was capable of storing 1,000 songs. Nowadays, it's millions. Anyway, 10-hour battery life way back then. They had others that came out in 04 and 05 and 07. Anyway, they're discontinuing. It's going to be all done.
I've just never been an Apple consumer. I don't buy their stuff.
Her name is Heidi, Heidi.
Whatever. I don't have to
You just
like
got
what
put on
everybody
somebody's
else
hit
likes.
list. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Welcome back to the program. Once again, Mr. Greg Grunberg, you know him from Star Wars, from Star Trek, and he's got a new project, the Caregiver Series. This looks amazing, Greg.
I really appreciate you guys having me on. And, this is a passion project. Our oldest son, Jake, has epilepsy, right? So he's 26. He's living well with it. He's doing fine. But it's been a roller coaster ever since he was 7 years old. And so we've been caregivers for Jake like you would, as a parent. All along the way, there's a stigma attached to epilepsy. There's a loneliness. Feel like you're the only one going through this at times. It's hard as a caregiver to really take time for yourself, and you need to. So I partnered with Jazz Pharmaceuticals. We're doing this series called the Caregiver Series. I go around the country, and I sit with other caregivers, and we talk about their situation. I give them a day of care. So, like, the first few episodes, I'm with this guy, John, who's got a beautiful family, and his son, Cameron, has epilepsy. John loves vintage cars like I do, so I take him to this unbelievable spot with all these great vintage cars. We drive a few, and the whole time we're talking about his experience as a dad, mine, dealing with a son with epilepsy, whatever. We are instantly bonding, obviously, over this. But whether you are a caregiver or not, whether it's epilepsy, whether it's cancer, whatever it is, everybody can relate to this. We laugh and we cry, and in these short episodes, it's been amazing. I mean, I can't build it up higher because the response has been so great, and more episodes are coming out all the time. It's on YouTube, but you can go to thecaregiverseries.com and check it out.
And usually when we see you in a project, you're acting, you're playing a character, but this is just you being you.
Yeah, and I've been doing this in one form or another for a while. I have Talk About It, my podcast for the epilepsy community, and I have talkaboutit.org, both places to remove stigma, inform people. But this is more, like, it's interesting. When I partnered with Jazz, we were like, all right, let's take a different angle. Let's take the caregiver, and it's hard as a caregiver also for people to, like, pat you on the back to accept that, where people go, you're doing a great job. I always go, what am I supposed to do? I'm a dad. Like, I know they mean well, but it's hard to accept that because you're so concentrated on caring for this person that you love, but it's okay to accept that. There were like 3 or 4 other caregivers, actor friends of mine. We found each other. We were at an event, and they were like, oh, my son has this, and oh, my daughter has this, and I was like, oh, my God. And we were laughing. It was filthy. It was so fun, the conversation, and we were just like saying things, and it was so therapeutic. I was like, wow, I'm not the only one going through this. I'm not the only one feeling these things. And that's what the caregiver is. It's just fun, and it's informative, and it's touching. And like you said, it's really personal, and it's me. I'm not a mysterious guy. There's too many people out there that are in similar situations. I'm not hiding anything. I don't need to pretend. I can't talk personally about my son's personal things he's going through. He's an adult. But, man, he talks openly about it as well. And we've just had a great time doing this. And this project in particular, the Caregiver Series, is just so rewarding. And
like I said, people know you from Star Trek, from Star Wars, from all these other amazing projects. But now they, through this, kind of get to know the real you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not wearing a mask. I mean, it's flattering what you're saying. I know my limitations. So when I get a role, I'm always that guy. There's a lot of me in a lot of the roles that I play. But I'm not a cop. I'm not this. It's just me being me. There's no script. I'm just sitting down with another caregiver and just bonding and commiserating. And so there's no shortage of footage. I'll tell you that. Like we roll, we capture everything. I've got a great team, great crew. It's not a huge production, but it's professional and it looks great. There's no moment that's not captured. We do behind the scenes stuff. We do everything. And it's just, like I said, it's been like a surprise and wonderful every time. Like I go, okay, I'm going to sit with Leslie and I'm going to take her for a day of painting because she's always wanted to be an artist. She puts it off. So we're going to go to this loft and we're going to paint and talk about her daughter and talk about me, my son. And yet I'm just like surprised. These people open up and they're just wonderful and they're funny. Absolutely.
It's great. It's been great.
Greg, thank you for your time today, and thank you for pouring your heart into this project. I think it's going to make a huge difference in the lives of many, many people.
I so agree, and I got to tell you, no one would see it if it wasn't for someone like you who gives me the exposure to talk about it. So thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anytime. Again, Greg Grunberg has been our guest. The Caregiver Series. You can find it online at thecaregiverseries.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There was no punctuation until the 15th century.
Really?
Yeah, so up until then, they just kept talking, apparently. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In the last 4,000 years, no new animals have been domesticated. So, like dogs and then cats, and then we quit. I don't know why. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The tiger's skin is striped just like its fur. So if you shave a tiger down, it still has stripes.
Is the same thing for zebras?
I don't know. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Monkeys floss their teeth. Well, now I want to see that. A fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
To help speed up the solving time for a Rubik's Cube, lubricants can be used to grease the joints. They are called Cubicle Lubical, Cosmic Lube, and Lubix Cube.
That's fantastic.
Wouldn't it be Lubix Lube? Anyway, all of those fun things. You know what? We have time for one more. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Sunlight can trigger a cold sore outbreak. Well, that's bizarre. Don't you think?
Well, I have seen people with cold sores in the summer.
I guess that's how that happens. There you go. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile Question of the Day. Yay! Comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Heidi, here's your question. 55% of people say they always keep one of these in their vehicle. What is it? 55% of people say always keep one of these in their vehicle.
Jumper cables.
No. I'll do it again. 55% of people say they always keep a roll of toilet paper in their vehicle.
What?
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, you're in
I'm
the
definitely not part of that.
45% don't, 55% do.
Do
That
you?
No. That is the Mint Mobile Question of the Day. Comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Virginia couple who couldn't decide whose last name to take after getting married left the momentous decision up to fate with the flip of a coin. Colin Hansen proposed to Pearl Lee back in November, but they both realized they would each be the final member of their family to carry on that last name. They hadn't reached a decision by the time they were set to walk down the aisle March 26th, so they opted to have their officiant flip a coin at the end of the nuptials to decide the fate. Wedding guests at the Lee Hansen wedding shared a video on TikTok showing the moment the coin was tossed and the couple was formally introduced as Mr. and Mrs. Hansen. It quickly went viral, garnering over 1.8 million views. If you want to see it, I do have a link.
So which one was the Hansen?
His last name is Hansen. So
Okay.
Colin Hansen proposed to Pearl Lee, so they took his last name. But it was a coin flip, so
Okay.
there you go. That's how we chose ours, too.
Yeah.
Not quite. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Here are the top 30 things people are saving money on. So these are things that people are trying to save money on. I'm not going to be able to get to all of them, so I'm going to just go through some. Turning down the heat, probably in the summer, maybe turning down the AC. Let's see, another thing, taking lunch to work, using discount vouchers, saving leftovers for another meal, cutting down on going out, shopping in budget markets. Other things that people are doing to save cash, according to the list, cutting their own hair. That's not something that
You've been
everybody can
doing
do.
that for
I've
a
done it for
long
years.
time.
And the thing is, there are times that I miss a spot, and Heidi be like, "You got a giant chunk of hair that you missed in the back." I'm like, "What's that? I don't have eyes in the back of my head." I tried to get Heidi to help me do that. She will not do it. So I don't know. I just
What,
have to do it
cut your
myself.
hair?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I-
asked
I
you. You're
would-
like, I'm not doing that.
I would mess that up so badly.
I do. I mean, why can't you just do it? Another thing people are doing, drinking water when they're at restaurants and growing their own vegetables. I have 30 things on the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Zach Galifianakis is who our quote is from today. I think he's a funny guy.
He is a funny
He
guy.
seems genuinely nice, too.
He does.
All right, here's the quote. I have a lot of growing up to do. I realized that the other day in my fort.
How cute is that?
It's very cute. I love it. I could see him say that, too. Couldn't
I
you?
could too, yes.
I could absolutely see
He's
him say
adorable.
that. He's got this show that he does called Between Two Ferns. Have you ever seen that?
I have.
I've watched
seen
a couple. It's so funny. There are some of those. There are times that I feel like when I'm doing a radio interview with somebody, I feel like I'm talking to them on that show, which is not probably a compliment to me. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of The John and Heidi Show is brought to you by The John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying The John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. This is amazing news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Take a listen to this, Heidi. Good Samaritans save a woman's life after she lost consciousness at the wheel. Whole group of people in Florida sprang into action May 5th to help a woman who had a medical episode while driving. As her car slowly entered an intersection, her coworker raced across the street, waving her arms to get the attention of other motorists. Her coworker was in a different vehicle at the time and saw her slumped over the wheel. Several people got out of their vehicles. They all worked together to stop the moving car.
Wow.
One woman grabbed a dumbbell from her car, and a man used it to smash the passenger rear window. Another man climbed through the window to unlock the passenger side door. The car was then put into park. Good Samaritans pushed it to a nearby 7-Eleven once they were able to get a nurse on the phone with 911, provide medical attention, and the fire department arrived. Quite the to-do at this little intersection, learning of the identities of the strangers who came to save this woman's life. I'm sorry, the footage was posted online because the police was saying, we want to know who these Good Samaritans are. We want to be able to thank them. In an update online, I think most of them were identified, by the way, but you can watch, I don't know if this is traffic cam footage, I'm assuming. It looks like maybe it's from a traffic camera, but all of these people leap into action to help out. It is absolutely amazing. And I see one person wearing, looks like military fatigues, like they're maybe a soldier.
Right.
And other people just, dressed like going to work, coming from the gym, whatever. But they all, strangers, until all of them became heroes at the very same time.
That's pretty great.
I think it's really, really cool. It makes you wonder, what would you do in that situation? Would you leap into action, Heidi?
I
Would you
would
help?
certainly try, absolutely.
I think you would. Heidi has actually saved some lives before, people who are choking. How many times have you gave somebody the Heimlich?
3.
Yeah. And none of them were me, by the way. I know everybody's probably going, well, John, you really should slow down when you're eating.
And I've told you that before, actually.
You have. She actually said,
you need to slow down.
She even said, hey, you better slow down. I'm not giving you the Heimlich. Whatever. One of these days, I'm going to be like, and she
I'll
will.
be like, I told you.
She will. Actually, she'll go, I had that life insurance for a reason. That's why I keep making the same dish. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.